Richard Holden had a proper meltdown on Politics Live today. And when you watch the clip, you can actually see his face turn a bright shade of red. So the programme's talking about Trump's tariff that are expected today. And Holden was getting a bit of a battering from all directions because they will be in pretty much the same position that Labour's in. And he didn't quite like that bit, no matter how much he was trying to spin it. So eventually he just kind of snaps. The conversation had moved on to interest rates and how Liz Truss had crashed the economy, raising it to 11%. He tries to blame COVID, which we know is their go-to excuse just for about everything. The economy was crashed, it's COVID's fault. Waiting lists are high, COVID's fault. School buildings are falling down, COVID's fault. Knife crime's up, COVID's fault. You kind of get the gist. So when he tries to blame COVID for Liz Truss's mini-budget, Lucy Powell, the leader of the House, kind of just steps in and points pretty much the same thing that happened to everybody. Our mortgages all went from a really low 1.4 or something in the October all the way up to 6% in November. Holden gets so angry with her, he actually calls her insane. It isn't a good look. And then I suppose that Holden isn't a very pleasant person anyway, a kind of slimy, weaselly kind of man. Not the best person to try and defend their awful record. So have a look and enjoy.
When they crashed the economy and the debt, the government debt costs went through the roof, along with that's when they exponentially went up, along with everybody else.
But why would you want to repeat? Why would you want to repeat that situation?
We're exactly not repeating that, which is why. Can you just let me speak?
Yeah, go on.
Richard, honestly,
go on.
it's so tiresome. That's exactly why we've placed such an emphasis on fiscal stability, because it's actually, in the end,
what you mean is you don't want to borrow more because of fears of how the market would react. So you would have to increase taxes.
And the market haven't reacted. We've just done a spring statement. The markets obviously haven't reacted.
It could all change tonight.
People's mortgage rates have been coming down. The fiscal stability is important. It is there. And it's not just so that the kind of graphs add up and the OBR are happy. It's so that normal, ordinary working people don't see their cost of living fall, which is their living standards fall, which happened under his government. For the first time in history, living standards fell over the course of the last parliament.
Well, it was the worst on record, but I think the OBR or the IFS, one of them, has forecast that this parliament will be the third worst on record for living standards.
No, they've not, and
they really have. They have. They said you were going to be the second worst, but now you're the third, following the spring statement. So, all right, they got the top prize, if you like, and you're going to get the third.
Way and above the top prize, but the point being here that we are taking those steps over time to increase wages.
All right, well, let me colleagues at the time were telling us to close down the economy for longer because of COVID, and all of that is hugely.
To do with that?
Well, if you genuinely believe that there's nothing to do with COVID, you are out of your mind. That's all I can say.
Sorry, when Liz Truss crashed the economy was COVID.
If you genuinely believe that the fact that living standards went down under the last government...
So when Liz Truss crashed the economy, that was COVID. That's what I've said.
You'd literally...
So Liz Truss crashed the economy because of COVID.
No, you know that the biggest impact by far on the public finances and on living standards under the last government was COVID.
So
you know that, don't you?
Let her answer.
So COVID put up inflation to 11%. COVID.
Are you unaware of that?
Sorry, COVID put up mortgage rates to 5%.
That inflation had?
Did COVID do that?
You don't think there was...
Did COVID do that?
You think there was no impact from COVID? Right, you don't. Because,
I'm talking about inflation.
You're just wrong. You're just wrong. Inflation, obviously, inflation
11%.
Yeah, around the world, every single country
11%.
Not as high as 11%.
Exactly, because of COVID. You don't accept that.
Right, mortgage rates.
The two of you.
There's no point in trying to argue with somebody who blatantly doesn't understand the facts.
Interest rates didn't go up during COVID. Interest rates
after COVID.
Here we go again. Now, Lucy and Richard, first of all, you are blaming COVID, and you are saying it's the mini-budget. Do you accept both had a role?
I certainly... COVID had the overwhelming impact by closing down the economy for basically the best part of 2 years and having massive global repercussions. If Lucy genuinely doesn't believe that and genuinely believes that other factors were bigger, then I think she's insane.
Right. Right. Lucy, would you like to respond and say...
You could put up a graph, if you want, of mortgage rates.
Well, let her
you could put up a graph of mortgage rates and interest rates. I was renegotiating my mortgage, which at the time was 1.9% interest rate.
Yeah, just literally
Hang on,
and I think go on, Lucy. You're doing quite well.
Which was 1.9% in the September of 2022, and I had to renegotiate my mortgage in the November of 2022, when all I could get on my mortgage was 5%.
Yeah, well, I've just
that wasn't
sorry. Mine's more than 5 now.
That wasn't.
It's gone up since I did it last year.
That wasn't. Sorry, COVID did not happen
So
between. Sorry, Richard. Just shut up.
Right. Well, I'm going to leave the two of you just for a moment.
It isn't actually the first time that Lucy Powell's lost her rag on Politics Live. But last time she wasn't really as quiet and controlled as she was this time around, which you can see in the video that's on screen now. So go watch that next. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.